Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Smith, your art teacher. Today we are going to learn about Lois Mailou Jones, inspired African masks in honor of Black History Month. We're in February now, so we are going to learn about some artists this month who are African American. Miss Lois Mailou Jones was born in 1905 and she passed away in 1998. She was born in Boston, Massachusetts. She was a painter and an educator. She traveled the world to learn about art. She especially loved Africa, France, and the Caribbean. And here we see her as a young woman and as an old woman. African masks. She was inspired by African tribal masks throughout her life and her artwork. And so let's learn a little bit about the African tribal masks. There are numerous tribes on the continent of Africa. Many tribes use masks in ceremonies and rituals. It is believed that the wearer of the mask can take on special powers of what the mask represents. And typically the masks are made from carved wood. Other items can be added, such as jewels, beads, grasses, and paint. So all these masks here are from different tribes. And if a mask has horns, maybe the person wearing the mask may act like an animal that they're wearing the mask of. So in her artwork, she has these images of these African masks throughout, and she was influenced by her African roots. She was born in America and she was an American, but she embraced her heritage and her African roots, and she traveled to Africa many times in her life to study more about the culture and the art there. Ceremonial tribal masks are a constant theme in many of her paintings. She uses bold shapes, sharp lines, and colorful textures and patterns in her paintings. These elements are an homage to her African roots. Many African textiles, such as kente cloth, here is a picture of different kente cloth samples. Those kente cloth uses these same bold lines, colors, shapes, and patterns. We see lots of zigzags, squares, triangles, rectangles, and lots of different shapes and colors. So she was influenced by these beautiful cloth, kente cloth, in her artwork here. I'm trying to turn the page here. Notice the elements of art in this painting. We see line. Do you see line? Do you see shape, color, texture, space, form, and value? They are all abundant in this painting. So of course we see a straight line, we see a jagged line, we see a zigzag line, we see a spiral line. Line is everywhere. Color, all over the place. Texture, we see texture here, we see texture here. Texture of the brush strokes. Space, see how she gives space to each shape to have its own area. Form, she has some shading here to show some form here. Looks like it's a little three-dimensional. There's some form and some shading and value here. So the elements of art are very important when you talk about art. We are going to draw a picture, excuse me, that is influenced by Lois Mailou Jones's art. And remember, her art was influenced by the tribal masks of Africa. Look at these wonderful shapes around the edges of her painting here of this lovely lady. I don't know what's going on with her blindfold, but it's interesting to look at. We're going to create a mask. So as I play the video, you can pause the video and come back and look at this handout, and you can get an idea of what kind of mask you would like to draw. Now I'm going to start a video, and we are going to watch the video, and then you're going to choose one of these masks to get inspired from and draw. I'm going to choose this mask here. So I started by drawing that letter U, and I'm looking at the top here, so I'm going to draw the line here. So basically what I'm doing, or I'm going to do, is just draw the same exact mask here. I'm just going one line at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and push play. Uh-oh, can I push play? Hold on a second, let me fix this. Okay, I'm going to push play now. So, there we go. As you can see, let me back it up a little bit. As you can see, I just traced this line that I drew the lines of the crown on top. So as you go, I just do one shape at a time, okay? See? I'm going to slow it down, and then I'm going to start. Once you've drawn the face, I decided to fill in the eyes here. You can do whatever mask you want. You don't even have to copy any of these masks here. You can make your own mask. You do not have to use my example. You can use your imagination. So after you draw your mask, you're going to fill up this empty space with these big shapes. Okay, let me see if I can make that bigger. With these big, there we go, with these big shapes here. Okay. So you're going to fill up the space with these big geometric shapes, squares, rectangles, circles, trapezoids, and then the fun part, we're going to color. It's a lot to color. My hand started to get sore about right here, so you might want to take your time and come back to it to finish coloring. And that, oops, I didn't mean to start it over. So there you go, boys and girls. You're going to draw a African mask inspired by Lois Mailou Jones's paintings. Go back and watch the video, stop it at certain parts to get caught up, and I look forward to seeing your artwork posted to Seesaw. Remember, if you need help going to Seesaw, click the link that I have provided in Teams, Class Dojo, Class Story, or on Seesaw. You will find instructions on how to post your art to Seesaw. You will find this lesson in those links. And if you have any questions, you can email me or contact me through Teams or Class Dojo. Okay, I look forward to seeing your art, and I look forward to hearing from you if you need help. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Be creative.